new year came and went. Christmas money is all but spent. I swear I've forgotten how to think without you. Staring at the empty tree, relearning how to breathe. I'm being dramatic, obviously silly, without you. No one has ever felt as bad as I feel right now. A fifth of vodka to forget all the money that I spent on Christmas this year without you. 364 more days until I may exit this day. At least the opposite happened without you. I'm a 14-year-old girl in middle school right now, I swear, but love has never been like this to anyone else. In the movies and the books I read, and love was never like this for everyone else. At least it hasn't been from what I've seen. I'm relearning how to breathe without you. Only 3 more seasons left until I may freeze myself to death. My emotions are so tense without you. 40 more days and 40 nights until I am finally alright. Just kidding, it's Christmas time here without you. I'm just being myself and alone right now. Love has never been like this to anyone else. In the movies and the books I read, and love was never like this for everyone else. At least it hasn't been from what I've seen. Love has never been like this to anyone else. In the movies and the books I read, love was never like this for everyone else. At least it hasn't been from what I've seen. I'm relearning how to breathe. I'm relearning how to live without you. Without you. Without you. I'm gonna pretend like this is the first time that I've recorded this video. LOL. Alright. So, that's my song. That's Christmas Without You. I intend on posting this everywhere, but I want to give some backstory on not necessarily the song, really. You know, it's a generic love song, but I do want to give a little bit of backstory on the title of this EP that's coming up, because the title is going to be super confusing for people who have no context in my life. So this is like the go-to spot. And I give you my word that I'm going to put a timestamp in the description of the YouTube video that I post of this, all live, obviously, of when the song stops and when the explanation starts, just in case anybody wants to jump or anything like that in the future. So, anyways, all right. So, I have been working since I was 13 years old toward creating some sort of media that I am proud of and that I truly enjoy consuming as well as performing and creating. I've always just craved it, and I am finally far enough into this that I can confidently tell you a little bit of the details about it. I can give you the name, maybe toss out a roundabout amount of songs that's probably going to be on it. While we're here, I actually am just now noticing I have a couple of my old EPs sitting up here. You will never hear these. Don't even try me. This is a super old one. It's Firework by Katy Perry on it and a bunch of songs. Yep, don't play a single one of those anymore. And then this one is actually decent, but this is the only copy on planet Earth of it, and you'll never hear it because I am super embarrassed with imperfection. Okay, so let's do this. I have about 30 songs that I'm tossing around. I know it sounds like a lot. At the end, I'll probably end up with about between 10 and 15. I would estimate about 12 songs. That's usually what I think is a staple mark for a decently long EP. So I initially wanted to go into this with the intention of coming up with like a really plain but a way to communicate what the album is and what it stands for. And of course, the immediate reaction is because the reason I say of course is because it's the name of my band, Further Away. Shameless plug at Further Away Band on all socials. But as amazing as just Further Away is as an idea, because you know it's like if you feel something serious, something that you're not super comfortable talking about, you always want to be further away either from your feelings or the situation. I think that's pretty good. So the album is called Life After Subtitles. And I know like you immediately get stank face. Nah, that's whack. But hear me out, okay? So, when you think that the rest of your life is going to be dedicated to a certain path, and all of a sudden something changes, and that path goes this way, you realize all of the things that you've sacrificed along the way. Because I don't know about anybody who may be seeing this. I feel like I almost don't even know myself now. And I've known the title of this album since June 4th. Through everything. Because I feel like that's the day it changed. Without giving you corny details or anything like that. When you think that your life is going to be dedicated to one specific person, mild inconveniences are part of the sacrifice that you make for someone to be happy, because happy wife, happy life, right? Isn't that the saying? That applies to everyone, any life partner. I just use wife as like a way to rhyme the topic that I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. But you figure if, for instance, you say you sacrifice like something that you really enjoy doing, like playing basketball or something, because somebody just doesn't like something about you doing that. Even alcohol is a really good example. Maybe someone has had trauma with alcohol in the past and they just don't like being associated with alcohol. Or they don't like the fact that you sweat so much when you play basketball because you stink for 3 days after that. But that sounded way too close to home. But for me personally, it has always been like not a huge deal to like where I won't watch it, but I mean, I spent 4 years looking at subtitles on a TV. Like, it is one of the most aggravating things that I just was willing to put in front of me, and I almost had forgotten how much less I enjoyed consuming media because of subtitles. It takes up 20% of the screen. I hate to read just in general. And it's not a big deal in the context of like the grand scheme of things. Like you sacrifice watching TV with subtitles so that she will sacrifice something that she likes, or he, whoever that may be. And I just feel like after your path strays a different way and you then gain your freedom to do the things that you want to do, you are almost more lost trying to figure out who you are than you were about actually going on a different path in the first place, dude. Like, you're getting back on the road that you were on before this whole situation, but everything has changed so much because of all of the crazy things that you've been through in that period of time that you then are having a hard time gathering yourself back together. And I'm hoping that this album that I'm working on, both still in the process of writing songs. I literally just wrote a song just a little while ago. Writing, recording, mixing, and then ultimately putting it out to the world all myself. So if you have a second, let me know what you thought of the first song. And if you want it, I'm going to try to stick to my guns and not release it anywhere until the actual album drops. I don't know if I'm going to pay to put this on iTunes or what I'm going to do. I'm really learning how to mix stuff in. I feel like I'm starting to get familiar with the craft of recording really good high quality music. Even since this recording that you just listened to, I've learned more, and I almost want to scrap this one or make it just be a single and not put it on the actual album itself. I just have found a way to enhance the quality of the instruments. Other than electric drums, they're always going to sound like a praise and worship band. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately, but I do live in an apartment complex, and I can't have an actual drum kit here. Anyway, so if you really like the song, like, I'm not telling you to do this, but, you know, you can always just go to like a YouTube MP3 ripping website, download the program Audacity, trim it down, trim off the part where I start talking, and then export that audio to your desktop. Boom, you got free MP3. Not that I told you to do that, but if it just means that much to you. And another thing is, if you truly just love this song so much, just contact me. DM on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, anything that you want. Just hit me up, and I will give you a version of this, okay? And I don't think that I'm going to release any other songs off of it. I may do one more because I know sometimes people do 2 singles off of the album just to get people hyped up. But I do not have a release date. I have been actively working on producing and creating this for a good 6 months now. I've been coming back and forth to recording and changing little things, finding imperfections and everything. But I hope you enjoyed the song. I hope I kept you entertained while you just listened. I don't know. I really didn't know what to do. So I really look forward to hearing some feedback on all of this. And I look forward to seeing you in Life After Subtitles.